Hi, we're Mark and Bev, and this is The Good Life. This week we're exploring the rugged and wild Achill Island off the west coast of County Mayo. We spent a comfortable night on an air called High Brazel just over the bridge onto Achill, which cost us just €25 for full electric hookup, services and even a shower each. After a couple of beers at a local pub, we settled down with a spag bol, ready for a full day of whatever this magical, mystical island might have in store for us. Good morning, brand new day here. We're on Achill Island, which is just off the west coast of County Mayo. Apparently it's the biggest island off the west coast of Ireland. Biggest island of Ireland. And I think we're about to go and find Grace O'Malley's tower. Or who did you say it was yesterday?
Mary Queen of Scots.
Mary Queen of Scots. We need a history lesson for Mark. But it's absolutely beautiful. It's not even raining this morning, which is a bit of a bonus. We've just bumped into a German couple who've been travelling around Ireland for 7 weeks. And Mark was chatting to them and they said they were surprised at how much rain there's been. I couldn't help thinking maybe they needed to do some research.
He said it's not good for the soul.
Oh, it's good for the grass, it's good for the scenery though, isn't it? It wouldn't be the Emerald Isle if it wasn't for all the rain. Right, so let me show you what's out the window because it's pretty lovely. There we go. I love all the little houses, all the little bungalows.
I tell you what that scene reminds me of, the Falkland Islands.
Does it?
Yes.
I haven't been to the Falklands, but of course you have.
Yeah, I looked at that and it just reminds me of some of the scenes of the Falkland Islands.
Yeah. Well, I lived in the Outer Hebrides for 18 months and a lot of the guys who lived on the Outer Hebrides were military and a lot of them had been to the Falklands and said it was very, very similar terrain, similar weather, no penguins. Grania ni Mwalia. Apologies to all my Irish friends who are probably twitching in their seat at my pronunciation, but that is the Grace O'Malley Tower. Grania ni Mwalia, apparently, but I apologise again, was a pirate queen. They call her the Pirate Queen. She was an Irish chieftain and a seafarer and a pirate. And she did an awful lot in terms of sort of leading her people, and even ended up having an audience with Queen Elizabeth I to have her sons freed and get some concessions for Ireland. Quite a formidable lady, and that's a tower in recognition of her. So there you go. I'm going to have one more try. And if I get it really badly wrong, please tell me. Grania ni Mwalia. So I said I thought it was built as a tribute to her, but actually being in here, it looks more like it was probably a fortification, a lookout for her. What do you reckon?
Yes, it's very, very old, isn't it? So presumably there would have been a wooden staircase in here.
Yeah.
And you'd go up through there. And I think it was a lookout so they could spot ships coming into the Achill Sound, so they could go and collect their taxes. Taxes being another word for piracy.
Piracy. Yeah, so she was around 1500s, 1530-ish, I think.
It may have just been a ladder from one level to the next. Probably more likely a ladder, because that would suffice. So the ladder would go from this corner to that leg, and you'd climb through down the ladder, I reckon.
Yeah.
You wouldn't need a staircase, because you wouldn't need to go to that extreme.
It's quite tall. Don't know how high it is. Thank you. We were looking at downsizing, maybe something with a little bit of cosmetic work.
Yeah,
done. It just needs a look of paint, doesn't it?
Yeah, there really.
Achill Island forms part of the Wild Atlantic Way, and we continued our clockwise journey along the coastal road, taking in the breathtaking scenery and points of interest along the way. Johnny Kilbane, World Featherweight Boxing Champion 1912 to 1923, Achill Island. We then took a quick left turn detour down to Slievemore main pier, but there wasn't a lot to see.
So we seem to have water coming in from this direction that meets water from over there, which I think may be coming in as you get a bit of a swirl, and then it meets water coming in from that direction. So you've got quite a bit of turbulence where they all meet.
You might recognise the stunning coastline from the film The Banshees of Inisherin. Although the story was set on a fictional island, much of it was actually filmed here on Achill Island. One of the most memorable locations was the pub, J.J. Devine's. It wasn't a real pub though, it was specially built on this spot at Slievemore just for the film. You can actually follow the Banshees of Inisherin tourist trail. A little bit of a hairpin bend. Just keep reminding ourselves, if coaches can do this, we can do this.
It's your brakes that you need to worry about.
Yeah.
Try and use your gearbox a bit to take some of the load off your brakes.
It's windy, but it's wild, and it is just wonderfully, stunningly beautiful. There's a real atmosphere, it's hard to describe, like a mystery about the place. It just feels almost ethereal. It's just stunningly beautiful. Found a little, well, it wasn't a cafe. They're not allowed to call themselves a cafe. They call themselves a kitchen because they don't have a toilet, so they can serve takeaway food, but they can't serve it inside and call themselves a cafe. However, there are chairs in there, so as long as you have takeaway food, you can't eat it inside, which to me is, well, a cafe. But they can't call it a cafe because they've got no toilet. So anyway, we've got ourselves a brew, got a sandwich, and we wanted to find somewhere to sit and eat it with a bit of a view. And I have to tell you, I'm going to turn you around and show you, because this is a hell of a brew with a view. How's that for a nice view from which to have our cup of tea? So we both went for a roast ham and cheese toasty. Came with this lovely salad. Look at that, pickled cucumber. Very nice. Well, the sun hasn't graced us today, but the views have been incredible. We're getting a wee bit high. Starting to feel a bit like the bar, isn't it? Not quite as narrow. And of course, when we did Be Like the Bar, we were in a car.
There's the beach. Thanks for
Is that Keem Bay? I think that's Keem Bay. Suddenly gone out of focus. See if I can open my window without it being too cold.
You can see motorhomes at the halfway point down there.
Yeah.
But you put it down further.
Keem Bay is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. We didn't stop at Keel Beach because there were a lot of coaches, a lot of people, it was quite congested. But Keem is a bit further along the road, and it's much quieter. There is a top car park where we parked, and I'm thinking that might be our park up for the night. We might come back to it because it's just beautiful. It's definitely calmer down here, but the car park down here says no overnight parking. So we didn't see any signs saying no overnight up there. And in Robbie Rome's No Fuss Guide, it says it could be a potential park up. So I think that's where we're probably going to try and come back to tonight. But it's just beautiful. Mark's gone in a slightly different direction to me because he's got the dogs and he can't take the dogs down onto the beach. But he said he's found some really lovely sights that he's taken some video of, so I'll get to see that on the video if nothing else. I can see him just coming back now. But yeah, it's beautiful, and the sun is just trying to break through, which is nice. There were a couple of people down there in the sea. I'm definitely not brave enough to go in the Atlantic. It's not that warm. I'm fairly certain it would be flipping freezing. But really nice, well worth the detour to come down here.
Yeah, so it says no dogs where the blue flag is flying.
Ah, right.
Instead of going down into the beach, I came across this grass, down this riverbed, around that corner. I crossed the river, went behind that building, down into another ravine where there's a river, under that bridge, and there's a nice arched bridge with almost a waterfall going under this.
Alright, good.
The dogs like this because they've got a good old bit of grass to run on.
Right, shall we move on?
To where?
Our next place.
Oh, I see. Drive out and drive back later.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
We've got the rest of the island to do before we come back here, haven't we?
Oh, right, okay.
That's Keel Beach over there. But it was very busy earlier, so we didn't stop, and I don't think we're going to stop now.
A lot of people in the water, surfing probably.
Just beneath the slopes of Slievemore Mountain lies one of Achill Island's most fascinating sights, the deserted village at Slievemore. It's made up of around 100 stone cottages, all abandoned. Some say people lived here up until the Great Famine in the 1840s. Others believe it was used seasonally, with families moving up here in summer to graze animals, in a tradition called bullying. It's peaceful and just a little eerie. Approximately 3 kilometres east of Dugort village on the north coast of Achill is the beautiful Golden Sands beach, nearly 1 kilometre long, with large pebbles at the upper shore and dunes behind that support native plants and wildlife. It looks out over Blacksod Bay. We couldn't see any blue flags flying saying we couldn't take the dogs onto the beach, so we took them down and let them have a good run. We didn't let them off this time. They do tend to run away. Let's just say Lucy's a lot braver than Mac when it comes to paddling in the sea.
He's not getting big.
Try to bite it! No, should be in. It's swept away. So we've come back to Keem Bay for our park up for the night, and this is our view, albeit you can't really see out of the watery windows because the rain has been with us today. It would be absolutely amazing if that cloud lifted and the sun was able to break through, because I think we'd get an amazing sunset, but I fear it's not going to happen. But I'm quite happy being parked here for the night. Let's just hope our new battery does what it's meant to do and that we don't lose any more water. Mark did a temporary fix and it seems to be holding up, but just dribbling a tiny little bit. But we've still got pretty much a full tank, haven't we?
Just full, and we filled it up yesterday midday. So
yeah, we filled it up yesterday, didn't we? I was thinking it was today. You'll notice that Mark is eating an ice lolly, which I think is bizarre when you look out the window and you see how dull and miserable it is. But it's actually not that cold. Look at that view. Oh, and out of this window, much to the dog's amusement, we've got a little sheep in the garden, haven't we?
Hey, gorgeous. Hello, darling. A lot of fresh air today. You went paddling, didn't you? Paddling up to her tummy, she was.
This is what I've been wanting from a wild park up for so long, since we got the van really. Being able to wake up somewhere, not on a campsite, just somewhere open with a beautiful view. Sadly, it's too windy to open the doors properly, hence why I'm hanging on to it. But I'm nearly there. I've nearly got the back doors open and a beautiful view. Look at that. Stunning. Hello.